Selam Meryem.
Ben güzel.
Today I didn't wake up at the sound of the cars riding close by or the flapping of the tents. I woke up at Mehmet's place in Urfa. The owner of the B&B was this sweet guy who is kind of basically running a feline sanctuary on the side. He takes care of about a dozen cats that just wanders freely around the place. They've completely taken over and you find them curled up on the stone steps, tucked into corners in the courtyard, or in my case, staring intensely at my dinner. So my first stop was the heart and the soul of city, Baleklool, the sacred fish pool. So this is where King Nimrod is said to have cast the prophet Abraham into the fire, only for the flames to turn into water and the burning logs into fish. And today the pool is filled with thousands of sacred carp. Walking into these gardens feels like entering an oasis. It's a massive complex of meticulously kept parks and canals, shaded by old trees and surrounded by stunning arches of the mosque. After the gardens, I came back home through the souk. The best part is that nobody bothers you. It's nice because it's not touristic, like in Istanbul, nobody's trying to sell you this or that. One thing you can't miss in Urfa souk is the way they display the spices. It's not just in bowls, they also have these massive strings of dried peppers, eggplants and gourds hanging from the ceilings and walls of the stalls. In the afternoon I got back on the bike and kept head east towards Nemrutdagi. After a few hours under the sun, I almost hit what I thought was a rock. I got a glimpse in the mirror, did a quick U-turn and killed the engine just before a car could have pushed it. Turned out it was a tortoise, tucked tight inside its shell and probably terrified. So I moved this one out of the way, hoping it stays off the asphalt from now on. When I'm riding, I always feel a little bit of guilt seeing animals lying on the side of a road. Now, if the traffic is okay, I actually try to stop and check if they are dead. For usually I'm not really that lucky.
So when I was arriving at my bivouac spot, I saw a car and I told myself, oh fuck, there's gonna be people, I'm not gonna have a nice bivouac, it's gonna be weird. But then I saw three guys about my age, so I went to them, introduced myself,
Selam.
asking them if it was nice to camp,
Tent? Okay.
Okay.
and they told me, yeah, of course, it's all good.
Francia. Francia.
Macron.
Macron, oui. Macron.
Macron başkan.
Mbappé.
Mbappe.
Mbappé. Teşekkür ederim.
Rica ederiz.
Salam, teşekkür ederim. Very good.
Nemrut.
Yeah.
Nemrut Dağı.
It's good.
Ask me about my religion.
Which religion do you belong to? I am Catholic. Catholic, Muslim.
Gazze hakkındaki zulme
Yok.
ne diyorsun?
And politics. Ask me what I thought about Gaza, etc.
What do you think about Gaza?
And then I understood that there were actually 3 imams. One of them was the imam of a village nearby, and the 2 others were just visiting him.
Your imam.
Allahu Ekber.
Wow. Okay.
And they asked me if I ate. So naturally I said no, but I have chicken if you want. I can make some curry, it could be nice, I'm happy to cook for you.
I am going to make fire and I'm gonna cook chicken with garlic, curry, and I have a bit of rice. I can cook for you if you want.
He invited me to have dinner with him.
Let's go out with the food. At you?
So I said yes, of course I'd be very happy to eat with 3 imam. And they were very young, like they were like a little bit younger than me actually.
هذا يا توفيق.
Teşekkür ederim.
Meryem.
هذا بنتي.
Meryem. Selam Meryem.
Yanlıştır. Ya da başka bir Allah'la beraber.
Then we arrived at the house, and that's when I really started to immerse myself in this new culture, because as soon as I arrived, the living room was actually cut in 2 by a sheet. So that's when I understood that probably the wife was unveiled and was on the other side of the sheet, and she was preparing food. And every time when she would bring dishes or she would interact with her husband would just slightly open the door to talk or to grab the dishes in order for us not to see her. Because and it's very, very nice, very welcoming, very, very good host. They always made sure that I had eaten enough, everything was taken care of for me, and so it was very amazing.
Donc là, je me retrouve à manger avec 3 imams.
So they didn't speak English, so we kept on exchanging his phone to translate everything we were saying. And we managed to understand each other like this.
Water, yoğurt.
Şeydi. Onun için biz Müslümanlar ne kadar yabancı bir insan gördüğümüzde onu ağırlamak, ona...
So at the end of the meal, one of the imams offered me to join them to a mosque to call the prayer. And so it was very impressive because I've never been as close to an imam calling for prayer. I always had this experience outside the mosque through the microphone and not inside. And it was pretty cool because afterwards we could hear all the other imam in the valley going this call to a prayer, and so it made some kind of mystical echo. It was very beautiful. Also, it was funny because the door of the mosque was slightly open, so children started to come. And they were very curious about me because I looked European, so they started to ask me questions. She couldn't understand because they didn't speak English, just like the imams, so I could just answer with a smile. And they were very cute, and then they started to disperse themselves in the mosque and playing around, which is funny because in a church it wouldn't happen, like it could not happen. And one of the girls saw that I was taking videos, so then she asked me to take my phone and to make the videos also. So she put a baby on my lap. Then we shared tea while waiting for the final call to prayer. And of course, we carried on talking about religion.
Dini tam olarak Kur'an'dan öğreniyorum.
So during this last conversation, the three imams showed great kindness and tolerance. Because even though we do not share the same religion, we share the same God in a way. And to me, the rest is pretty secondary.
Buradan Afrika'ya da gitsen, Amerika'ya veyahut Fransa'ya, Suudi Arabistan'a nereye gitsen de her yerde Türk bir Kur'an var ve okunmuş.
So after many fun exchanges, countless glass of tea, my host gently told me that it was time to say goodnight. Yet, before we parted, he invited me to sleep in the mosque. Once again, a perfect example of the Turkish hospitality. So I spent the night here, very comfortable on prayer rugs, and I think I can say that I could not have been more lucky than tonight.
Bah oui. T'es curieuse, toi. Ah oui, ça sent bien. C'est normal, il y a la nourriture dedans.
I also left some of my stuff on the bike because, of course, my host told me that to steal is haram, and it was a nice village here, and people were good Muslims.
Oui. Ça, c'est un bon chien. That's a very, very good dog. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, oui. Bon chien, ça. Oh, oui. Yeah, you could literally cut my arm in two if you wanted. That's a very good dog. Ah, oui. Salam.
Especially now, I can't help but smile when some of my friends tell me that it's very dangerous to bivouac, especially in those countries. You're gonna get robbed, you're gonna get attacked and everything. But the truth is, well, even if it's my own experience, of course I'm a man, it's more simple for me to travel, especially here. But for me, yesterday night was a very good example that if you stay open-minded, kind and polite, at best, you're gonna end up with a full belly and sleeping in a mosque.